Good morning, my YouTube viewers. It's Palestine here. I'm making a video from my new phone because on Wednesday, my old phone overheated and then I had to throw away the cable, and then when it overheated, it wouldn't charge. And because it wouldn't charge when it overheated, I had to buy a new phone because almost everything that I do is on my phone. So I had to go get a new phone. And the shop that I went to said they don't sell pay-as-you-go phones anymore. So they only sell contract phones. So I had to get a contract phone. And this contract phone is a lot more a month than I had on my pay-as-you-go phone. And then so I had to buy the contract phone, and I also had to pay £25 for the sales assistant to install the SIM card and transfer my data from my old phone over to my new phone. He wouldn't even install the SIM card for me. They don't even do that, provide that service anymore unless you pay them. So the customer service at Vodafone has really gone downhill if they won't even install a SIM card for you unless you pay them. And then so when he was transferring the data over from the old phone to the old phone suddenly started charging again. So I didn't even need to buy a new phone when the old phone started charging. But I had already bought the new phone, so there was nothing I could do. So my boyfriend said that he doesn't want to sell the old phone on eBay, and the reason why is because it overcharged, and we don't know how long it's going to work after it's overcharged. So I'm going to give the phone to somebody I know who's on benefits, because we don't know how long it will work since it overheated and didn't charge and then started charging again. So that was my big expense last week, and I still have my financial worries that I cannot discuss on YouTube. And on Wednesday, I was trying to sort that out, and I'm just having to wait to see what happens. So my financial worries have not been resolved, and I had to buy a new phone on a 3-year contract with more money than what I was paying on my SIM-only contract. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm on a new phone now. This is the first time I've used this phone, and apparently it does a lot more than the old phone. So maybe at some point I will experiment with it and see what all I can do with it. But now that you know about my phone saga and my financial saga, this video that I wanted to make is I wanted to show you the drugs that I have to take as a diabetic breast cancer survivor. And also, I went to see the diabetic nurse on Tuesday, but I've been so stressed out over my financial problems that I didn't make a video because it just completely slipped my mind. So I didn't see the correct nurse. The diabetic nurse said I needed to see another nurse because I'm going to have to start taking Monjero, which is the next step in my diabetic treatment. So my health isn't getting better, it's getting worse. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the drugs that I take as a diabetic breast cancer survivor. So the first drug that I have is amlodipine, and what that is for high blood pressure, because I have high blood pressure. And also I had to have my blood pressure taken on Tuesday, because in order for them to continue giving me prescriptions, they need to have a current blood pressure for me. So this is amlodipine for my high blood pressure. The next drug that I have is called dapagliflozin. And on this dapagliflozin, this is one of the drugs that I have to take for diabetes. And then what happened is whenever I had my 2 lumpectomies, I had to stop taking dapagliflozin about 3 or 4 days before I had the operation, because that drug interferes with maybe the anesthesia. I'm not sure. Excuse me. But anyway, that's one of the drugs that excuse me. The next drug that I have is I'm not going to tell you what the drug it is. It's a mental health drug. It's a drug for my mental health that I am required to take, and so I have to take the drug. So I'm not going to discuss my mental health drugs other than just to say I have to take a drug for my mental health. I'm required to take it. I have another drug called anastrozole. This is a drug that I have to take for the breast cancer. It is an aromatase inhibitor, and what it does is it keeps my body from producing estrogen. So the thing is that because it keeps my body from producing estrogen, it makes my blood sugar go up. And so since I've been taking this drug, my blood sugar has increased, which isn't very nice. And that's why I'm going to have to start taking Mounjaro, because of this drug, anastrozole. And then another thing that it does is it causes brittle bones. So I also have something called osteopenia, which I'll discuss as well. So anastrozole keeps my body from producing estrogen, so I do not have any estrogen in my body. It causes your blood sugar to go up, it gives you brittle bones, and they say that it causes you to gain weight. So you just can't win. You just can't win. Got another drug here called allogliptin. And this is a drug for the diabetes. I have to take 3 diabetic drugs, and in the next few weeks I'm going to have to start taking Mounjaro, which means I'm going to have to take 4 diabetic drugs. Got a drug here, cholecalciferol. Okay, this is vitamin D, because I take anastrozole. Anastrozole has given me something called osteopenia, which is one step before osteoporosis. So they're giving me vitamin D because I'm deficient in vitamin D. So they're giving that to me, so I don't have to buy it. I just get it. Take another drug here called atorvastatin, because the doctor has told me that I have high triglycerides, and they've done studies that show that people with high triglycerides have a higher rate of heart attacks. So to keep me from getting a heart attack, they're giving me this drug, which is a statin. So now I'm taking statins for my high triglycerides. And then I have the last drug, metformin. And metformin is a diabetic drug as well. Metformin was the first drug that I took for diabetes. And then obviously that didn't keep my diabetic blood sugar low. And so they gave me another drug that I didn't want to take because I said it made me gain weight. And then so now they gave me another drug, which was allogliptin, and that didn't keep my blood sugar down. So they gave me another drug, which was dapagliflozin, and that kept my blood sugar down, with the exception of the fact that the anastrozole raises your blood sugar because you're not producing estrogen anymore. And so now in 2 weeks time, I have to go back to the diabetic nurse about getting Monjaro. So I'm going to be on 4 diabetic drugs. So that concludes all the drugs that I have to take as a breast cancer survivor who has diabetes. And then I did not talk about the mental health drugs because I don't want to discuss the mental health drugs that I have to take, but I am required to take mental health drugs. So that concludes this video. Now you know all the drugs that I have to take, being a diabetic survivor of breast cancer, and that's I have to take that every morning. And if you like my video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'm going to look forward to making more videos for you, but because my finances are not very good at the moment, I'm really depressed. I have to force myself to get out of bed, but I will endeavor to continue to make videos for you about my cancer journey. So thank you again for watching my video, and I look forward to making more videos for you soon.